What is Sales Navigator and can it help you to get new clients on LinkedIn? Now, if you've been wondering about the same thing, stay tuned because in this video, I'm going to answer both of those questions so that you would know if the Sales Navigator is actually worth the investment. I'm Vendy and I'm all about helping coaches and course creators attract the highest quality inbound leads on LinkedIn without the need for cold selling. Now, if you're planning to use LinkedIn in your marketing this year, be sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that bell to be notified every time I release a new video. Okay, my superstar, I'm guessing that you are here because you're trying to understand what are the actual benefits of using Sales Navigator. So let me try to shed some light on that. Now, before we begin though, it is important that you know that there are 5 different plans available on LinkedIn. You have the free plan, premium career, premium business, Sales Navigator, and Recruiter. And in this video, we're focusing on Sales Navigator specifically. I want to show you exactly how you can find your ideal clients using the Sales Navigator so that you could then connect with them and bring them into your world. So without any further ado, let me hop on my computer and walk you through Sales Navigator step by step. All right, so let me show you exactly how I use Sales Navigator on LinkedIn. So first things first, we want to open it up and you're going to find it in your upper right-hand side corner. Then let's just perform some, searches together. So let's say you want to find coaches on LinkedIn, right? So you type in coach in the search box and then LinkedIn is going to deliver you, 6 million results. So 6 million people have coach on their profile. So you can see we have celebrity success coaches, life and business breakthrough coaches, sales coaches, organizational leadership coaches, so many different ones. But chances are that when you are looking for your ideal clients, you want to get a bit more specific. You don't just want all coaches. You want to find very specific coaches. So for example, let's say that you are actually interested in fitness and nutrition. So then I would say fitness or nutrition, right? So what I'm performing right now is a Boolean search. So these basically keywords that I have in all caps, they're going to help me refine more specific searches on LinkedIn. Now, if you do not know how to use Boolean operators, make sure you check out the video in the cards above. I recorded a separate video where I break down each of these operators one by one to help you find your ideal clients on LinkedIn. For now, let me just click enter and show you how we went from 6 million results to 190,000 results. So we're getting way more specific with our search results. So we're trying to find our ideal clients in the results, right? So over here, we have some health coaches, some wellness coaches, online fitness coaches, but also we have some business coaches. And this is probably because they have fitness and nutrition still somewhere on their profile, but that's not something they're doing anymore. So what you could do, you could keep refining the Boolean search to get more and more specific with that. But for Boolean operators, I really highly recommend you check out the video in the cards above. For now, I'm going to focus on the filters that Sales Navigator offers, right? So first of all, you have the location filter. So you could say, you know what, I mainly care about fitness coaches in the US. So we refine by that. And then you could look at the company type. Not the company type, but the exact company. Now, I don't really care what company my fitness coaches are at, so I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna select that. So you have the industry, if that was relevant. I don't think it's relevant for coaches either, but company headcount. So for example, you could say that you wanna work with coaches that are a part of smaller companies, because maybe that's your preference. So I'm gonna select company headcount to be on the lower end, all right? And that has brought down our results to 43,000, all right? And then you could actually click view all filters to make this even more specific. So you have the profile language here, you have the seniority level. Now, over here, whilst you could say I'm only looking for the owners of companies, I personally don't think this is very precise, so I always rely on Boolean operators more, but you could use it to begin with, right? You have the function, if you wish to choose that, years at the current company, years of experience. So let's say years at the current company, you say, 3 to 5 years, 6 to 10 years, more than 10 years, all right? And that has brought down our search to 13,000 results. You can see in the background here, we had 43,000 results, and this is 13,000 results, okay? And then you could see if anything else applies. So company type, if you wish to, if that was relevant for your search. But pretty much I think we are good here, and I'm gonna click search. So we have really narrowed down our search from 6 million to begin with to 13,000 using Boolean operators and using all the filters that Sales Navigator has to offer. Now, the reason why I personally invest in Sales Navigator is this one filter that I'm a massive fan of, and it is under spotlights. Under spotlights, you can select people who have posted on LinkedIn in the past 30 days. So these are people that are actually active on LinkedIn rather than have just created their profiles and potentially are just signing in once a year, right? So if I click this filter, the search is gonna get brought down to from 13,000 results to 1.5 thousand. Now this is where we're getting very, very specific, okay? Again, the reason why I personally invest in Sales Navigator is because it has this filter. Because there's no point of me connecting with people on LinkedIn who are not even using it actively, right? I just want to see the people who are actually on a platform, who are doing things here, and who are open to have a chat with me and, you know, do a networking call together, etc. So this is my favorite filter by far, because I typically go very, very specific with Boolean operators, and then I just select the spotlights. And then if you're happy with the results, then you could say, go over here, click connect, and just send invitation to this person, okay? Let's say do that, send invitation. Again, do the same thing over here, click connect, send invitation. And this is how you can find your ideal clients on LinkedIn and then connect with them and bring them into your world so that you could then later nurture them with your content. Now, another cool thing I want to show you is that once you refine very specific searches, you can actually save them. So over here, click save search, and we can just name this fitness coaches. Here we go. And I'm going to click save search. So whenever you return to Sales Navigator, you're just going to click saved searches here at the top, and your fitness coaches are going to be here. And it's easy for you to return over here to the search you were running and make sure that you don't have to retype everything from scratch. Now, you might remember that we already connected with these two ladies. So if you don't want them to be returning in the list again, because, you know, what's the point? I already connected with them. You can remove them by clicking, let's see, by clicking past lead and account activity, and then saying remove saved leads from the search, okay? So when I click that, both of those ladies, those profiles disappeared. Now the reason why that happened is because when we clicked over here and we click connect, we saved this as a lead automatically so that the next time it does not appear back in the results, okay? Again, I click send invitation, and when I rerun the search, so I'm gonna just refresh it, then she will no longer appear in the results, okay? So that is, again, another useful feature to make sure the results you're seeing are very fresh and only focus on the people you are yet to connect to, okay? Now, in terms of the saved leads, you can go over here to the lead list. And if you want to, you can basically create a new lead list. So for example, fitness coaches. And I'm gonna click create. And then I can go back to my saved searches, go to fitness coaches. And if I didn't want to connect with them for whatever reason, but I wanted to save them, oh, you see, I actually didn't resave my search, so these people are again coming back. So I'm gonna do this, click remove saved leads from the search, which means I need to re-save the search again because it's slightly different, right? So coaches 2, I'll do that. And then what I wanted to show you is that you could click save. And if you didn't want to connect with them, you could just save them into your lead list, okay? So that's another option. I personally don't focus on it because I focus on connecting with my ideal clients, and then I start a conversation in the DMs. I'm not a fan of sending emails because I personally think they come across way too spammy. I don't like when people basically send me emails. They're typically spam messages. So I have a far different approach for growing my business and getting clients for my business. But just in case this was useful, you could save leads that way as well, okay? So let me just hop back onto the big screen and share a couple more pointers with you. There you have it. That is how you use Sales Navigator to find your ideal clients on LinkedIn. Now, if you don't enjoy cold outreach and you would much rather have ideal clients sliding into your DMs, make sure you message me on LinkedIn and ask me about the LinkedIn Bootcamp. I would love to help you grow your business on LinkedIn in a non-salesy way. If you're brand new to this platform, be sure you also grab my quick start guide to LinkedIn below this video, where I walk you through how to get started on this platform for maximum success. I highly recommend that you check out this video next on how to use Boolean operators on LinkedIn. And I would also appreciate if you could give this video a like and subscribe to my channel, as it truly helps me grow on YouTube. Thank you again for being here, and I'll catch you in the next video.